This is the Pride of the Mountains Visual Handbook. In this video, we will provide examples and explanations for how to march the Western Way. This is the general posture position. This is the foundation of everything we do in Pride of the Mountains. In this position, you project your presence on the field and you show that you are focused and engaged. To begin, you will place both of your feet together at a 45-degree angle. To check this, you will place your fist between the arches of your feet. Moving up, you should have a 60-40 weight distribution. 60% of your body weight should be on the platforms and 40% should be on your heels. You should be able to slightly bounce on the balls of your feet. You should have a slight bend in your knees. Continuing up, your hips should not be too far forward, nor should they be too far back. Your hips should be centered in your body. Your hips should also be separated from your upper body. You can check this by doing a Y check. You make a Y with your hands. Place your pinky on your hip and your thumb on your rib, making sure that they are separated. Moving to our shoulders, we do not slump or bring them to our ears. We bring our shoulders up, back, and down to have an open chest and strong stance. For the head, we will take our hand and make an L with our fingers and place the thumb in the soft part of our throat and pointer finger in the soft part of our chin. This is how elevated our head should be. We will then take our hands and place them into fists with our thumb on the outside and place them down by our sides where the seam of our pants would be with a slight bend in the elbow. To be called to this position, you will hear the word, set. It is a 1-metered command, and when you hear it, you will immediately get into this position. We will now demonstrate. Set. Relax. This is band to the ready and attention. In band to the ready, we are still in a position of power and showing presence, and we are focused. We are usually in this position when we are getting ready to march down to the stadium. We begin this movement in our general posture position. Bring your left foot out, shoulder width apart, keeping it in the 45-degree angle. You will then bring your right hand, still in your fist, out in front of you. Then take your left hand, put it over top of your right hand with your fingers staying together. You will then bring your hands down to your waistline where your belt buckle would be. Your head will go down so that if someone were standing a few feet ahead of you, you would be staring down at their heels. Your chest should still be projected outwards. This is an unmetered command into the position. You will hear, band to the ready, and immediately go to this position. This is attention. It is the same as general posture. We use this position when coming out of band to the ready. To be called to this position, you will hear the command, band 10, hut, with band on 1, 10 on 2, hut on 3, and you will move on count 4. This is an example of band to the ready and attention. Band to the ready. Band 10, hut. This is horns up, horns down. We start this movement in general posture. For learning purposes, we do this without instruments. The first thing we do is make a fist with our right hand. We then cover it with our left, ensuring that our fingers on our left hand are together and not spread apart. Our fist is in front of our mouth, mimicking where our mouthpiece would be. Our arms should be at 90-degree angles between the elbows. We check this by doing a 90-degree check with our arms. Our head is still projected to the audience, as it is very important to keep our airway open. We check this again using the L check. The command, band horns up, is metered, moving on count 4, as is band horns down. You move swiftly and in uniform with the rest of the band. Band horns up. Band horns down. This is mark time. We use this when we are learning music and when we are standing still and playing with step outs so that we can feel the beat in our bodies. On count 1, you will pivot your left foot in from the 45-degree angle into a straight ski line position. The right foot will follow on count 2. On count 3, your left heel should be ankle bone height off the ground and you should be on your platform. If you look down, your knee should be eclipsing your toe. On count 4, your right foot follows. To place close, you will pivot your right foot out on its heel back to a 45-degree angle. Your left foot will then follow. The vocalization for this command is mark, time, mark. Mark on count 1, time on count 2, mark on count 3. You will rest on count 4 and begin moving on count 1. To end, you will hear band, halt, band on 1, rest on 2, halt on 3. On counts 4 and 1, the band will say place close, in which you will pivot your right and left foot out back to the 45-degree angle. This is an example of mark time and halt. Mark time, mark. Band, halt. This is the Western way of forward marching. We march with a slight bend in the knee, low heels, and a separation of lower and upper body. In this first step, you are pushing off using the platform of your right foot. Your left heel will meet the ground first. Your left foot goes into a ski line position. Your body should be balanced between the center of your legs. Your roll-through step is going from heel to arch to platform on each foot until you are on your other foot. You are not picking up your feet or scraping them against the ground, but instead you are grazing them in a pendulum-like motion. To halt from forwards marching, you will place your right foot on its platform in a 45-degree angle. Your left foot will then follow. This is a metered command. Forward, march, with forward on 1, rest on 2, march on 3, and the band vocalization of push on 4 and step on 1. Halting is also a metered command. Band, halt, band on count 1, rest on count 2, halt on count 3, and a vocalization of place close on 4 and 1. Mark time, mark, forward, march, band, halt. This is the Western way of backwards marching. In this, we keep our heels low, we push rather than reach, we do not scrape the ground, and we are engaged in our core, and we do not wobble while we're marching. To begin, we will push the weight of our body back as if you are pushing off a wall with your left foot. Your left foot goes into a ski line position, and both of your feet raise to your platforms. The weight of your body is evenly distributed between each foot, and your upper body is centered between both feet. Remember to keep your heels low. To halt, you will place your right foot on its platform in a 45-degree angle. Your left foot will then follow. This is a metered command. Backward, march, with backward on 1, rest on 2, march on 3, with a rest on 4, and a step on 1. Halting is also a metered command. Band, halt, with band on 1, rest on 2, halt on 3, with the place close on 4 and 1. Mark time, mark, backward, march, band, halt. This is a right flank. We use this during pregame for direction changes. Our entire body moves to the right on this transition. For this transition, our right foot is at a 45-degree angle to the right, getting ready to move our entire body to the right. Both feet are on their platforms. On the second step, your right foot is still on its platform, but your left foot is now on its heel, facing the right with the rest of your body. You will then continue marching as normal. This is a left flank. We use this during pregame for direction changes. Our entire body moves to the left on this transition. For this transition, our right foot is at a 45-degree angle to the left or inward, getting ready to move our entire body to that direction. Both feet are on their platforms. On the next step, our entire body has now shifted to the left. Our right foot is still at its 45-degree angle and is on its platform. The left foot is now on its heel, going to the left. You will then continue marching as normal. When completing this transition, make sure your upper and lower bodies stay together. Your body moves as one. When your lower body moves, your upper body moves as well. This is a left slide. We use this during halftime shows so that we can move across the field and continue playing and projecting to the audience. Key things to think about are to engage your core, keep your shoulders back, and separating your lower and upper body. To achieve the position needed for a slide, we will use the 30-60-90 posture, which we will demonstrate. You will rotate your hips 30 degrees, your chest 60 degrees, and your shoulders 90 degrees. Your upper body should be lifted up out of your hips, and your shoulders should be as parallel as possible to the sideline. The command for this move is metered. Left slide, move with left on 1, slide on 2, and move on 3, with the vocalization from the band of push on 4. Mark, time, mark. Left slide, move. When halting, the right foot is placed at a 45-degree angle to the front on count 8 while rotating the hips. The left foot then follows at a 45-degree angle on count 1. Halting is band. Halt with band on 1, rest on 2, halt on 3, and a vocalization from the band of place close on 4 and 1. This is a right slide. We use this during halftime shows so that we can move across the field and continue playing and projecting to the audience. Key things to think about are engaging your core, keeping your shoulders back, and separating your lower and upper body. To achieve the position needed for a slide, we use the 30-60-90 posture, which we will demonstrate. You will rotate your hips 30 degrees, your chest 60 degrees, and your shoulders 90 degrees. Your upper body should be lifted up out of your hips, and your shoulders should be as parallel as possible to the sidelines. The command for this move is a metered command. Right slide, move with right on 1, slide on 2, move on 3, with the vocalization from the band of push on 4. Mark, time, mark. Right slide, move. When halting, the right foot is placed at a 45-degree angle to the front on count 8. While rotating the hips, the left foot then follows at a 45-degree angle on count 1. Halting is band. Halt with band on 1, rest on 2, halt on 3, with the vocalization from the band of place close on 4 and 1. This is a forward to backwards transition. Key factors to remember is there is no weight transfer. Remember to engage your core, keep your heels low, and maintain your posture. Coming in from a forward march, you will place on the platform of your right foot, still in ski line position. Both feet are on platforms now. You will then re-articulate with your left foot to move to backwards marching. This is an example of a forward to backwards transition. Mark time, mark, forward, march, backward, march, band, halt. This is a backwards to forwards transition. Key factors to remember is there is no weight transfer, engage your core, keep your heels low, and maintain your posture. Coming in from a backwards march, you will place on the platform of your right foot. Make sure you are still in a ski line position. You will then switch your left foot from its platform to its heel so that you can push forward to a forward march. This is an example of a backwards to forwards transition. Mark time, mark, backward, march, forward, march, band, halt. This is a left to right slide transition. Key factors to remember is to keep your shoulders parallel to the sideline at all times. There is no weight transfer and to engage your core. To begin, your right foot will place on its platform and your left foot will also be on its platform with your body centered between your feet. On your next step, your left foot will re-articulate on its platform and your right foot will open up into second position, continuing to stay on its platform. On your next step, your left foot will cross over your right and continue marching into your right slide. This is a right to left slide transition. Key factors to remember is to keep your shoulders parallel to the sideline, there is no weight transfer, and to engage your core. To begin, your right foot will come onto its platform and your left foot will also be on its platform. You will then rotate your left foot to an open second position, heel down, so that you are on your right platform and left heel. On your next step, your right foot will cross over your left and you will continue marching to your left slide. This is a left box. This includes forward marching, backwards marching, left slide, right slide, and transitions. We use this to get comfortable with everything that we have learned thus far. This is a right box. Like the left box, this includes forward marching, backwards marching, left slide, right slide, and transitions. This is the full box drill. This includes both the left and right box. It is also taught at Wind Training Day and Band Camp. Before we begin, we will mark time for 4 counts. In between the set of boxes, you will hold for 4 counts and mark time for another set of 4 counts before beginning the next box. Thank you for watching. This was the Pride of the Mountains Visual Handbook. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your leadership team.